When you talk about the greatest running backs of all time, don't you dare not mention Isaiah King Jr. He is 2 yards, yes, 2 yards away from being the first back in NFL history to have 2,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. So on his quest to get 2,000 yards in back-to-back seasons, Isaiah King Jr. and the Cleveland Browns are at home today against their in-state rival, Cincinnati Bengals. Look, the Bengals are not good. They've won 3 games this year, and I want to make sure that they do not win 4 games this season. So Isaiah, put on a show, just sell 2,000 yards, maybe do a little fancy things here and there, let Baker shine, and let's get a W and get ready to focus on the playoffs, which are right around the corner. Now, Cincinnati, of course, doesn't do anything on offense, so they're punting the ball out here deep to Isaiah. Don't really see him doing too many punt returns, but the young fella says, look at how fast I am. Got those young legs out there, good moves. Oh, okay, Isaiah's got some room, and okay, that's the best punt return we've seen from him in a long time. So wait a second, starting the game, Isaiah is in a QB. The heck is happening? Isaiah has it, throws a pass out here to Baker. Baker is gonna break a tackle. Okay, 3 yards, successful, but nothing too crazy. I mean, yeah, I feel like the Browns are coming out here just fooling on them already. I mean, nice punt return, and then we followed up with Isaiah at QB throwing a pass to Baker Mayfield. What really weird world are we in right now? Because that was kind of crazy. Now, Isaiah's first touch on offense actually goes pretty well. It gets about 9 yards there. Baker's going to see a first down. Hand the ball off to Isaiah. This time, Isaiah's got plenty of room. Look at that offensive line go to work, and look at Isaiah push his way down inside the red zone. And if you can't do the math, let me do it for you. Isaiah now officially has 2,000 yards rushing in back-to-back seasons. No one else in NFL history has ever done that. And in his rookie season, remember, oh my God, he had 1,800 yards. And can the young fella stop breaking tackles? Excuse me, Isaiah. The level of disrespect right now for your first rushing touchdown of the day at an all-time high. Look at this, breaks that one. Says, get off, almost spin, breaks another one before he gets into the end zone. An unreal run. Look at it one more time. Ooh. Left that man in his dust right there. What a real ridiculous run. Now, Isaiah had a lot of the fun on the first drive, so we're going to let Baker get a little bit of something here. Quick pass across middle to Chaney, and the rookie goes down to the 34. From the 34 again after Chaney gets a big catch. And the ball back off to Isaiah, who's going to burst through the holes, this time getting about 7 or 8. And honestly, when the run's working this well, you can go to a play action fake, and it's probably going to work out for you. So Isaiah's back here to do something, and Baker, again, forgets how to pass. Had a guy wide open down the middle, too. So with Carl Lawson getting his 6th sack of the season, we have to opt to go ahead and pass it because it's 3rd and 12. Not really going to be able to run it too well from there. Isaiah again, great in pass protection. Baker's out here running it. Look at Baker extending the play, and he actually gets the first down, so we'll forgive him for the last one. It's just an odd sequence of plays. Baker takes a really bad sack and then pulls off a really nice run. Now back to speaking of the run, and the ball to Isaiah. He's going to stretch it out to the edge. Got a guy in front, spins him out of his shoes, and he's down at the 11. 1st and 10, one safety high, a lot of people in the box, probably expecting a run from Isaiah. Josh Gordon's going to move in motion. Isaiah again staying at home. Pass protection is incredible here. Baker looks like he's going to try to run it, and this time is not nearly as successful. Last passing play didn't work out too well. Let's hope that this one works out a little bit better. Now, great pass protection until Baker again forgets to throw the football. So because Baker took another bad sack on yet another play action, maybe we'll stop running those. It's 3rd and a whole lot of yards. So we're going to a halfback screen, trying to get a few yards here. Isaiah apparently forgot how to catch a football, and we're going to kick a field goal here. Now, the field goal was obviously good for us, but then Cincinnati says, wait a second, don't forget about our offense. It's actually somewhat competent as they get the first points of the game for themselves, and Isaiah, it's his first loss on a rush this game. So I can't lie, we've definitely played around a little bit too much with Cincinnati, so we have to go back and play serious, build a lead, and then try that. And look, we're picking up one guy in the blitz, but they sent too many, and we had no answer for it. So now I'm a little bit worried because Baker has taken 3 big hits so far in today's game. This offensive line has to do better. I mean, Isaiah did a solid job of picking up the blitz there, but the offensive line is letting the young fella down, and oh my God, Chaney got murdered. We're punting it now. Okay, wait a second now. We're actually down in the ballgame. That's not good. We got to do better here. Isaiah, plenty of time. Oh, the spin move. He's out to the edge. Goes for another one, and then gets lifted up, but he picks up a ton of yards there. And look, if the run is working like that, we got to go right back to it. We got a 2,000-yard rusher, not once, but twice in his career. Isaiah finds a hole here. Got the safety in front of him. Says, get out of my way. I got things to do and groceries to buy. But wait a second. There's a flag. Oh, no.
Holding offense.
And you guessed it, it's coming back. So David Njoku bails out Cincinnati's defense, and well, we're back to square one. Now across the middle is Chaney again for another catch, but wait a second, there's a penalty. But this time I think it's actually going to be in our favor, and it might work out.
So it's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And just like we thought, everything's fine yet again. So that was a really bad penalty because not only did we get the yardage, but we also got the penalty of about 15 yards. So we're sitting pretty at the 41. 2-minute warning's almost there. Isaiah goes back up the middle. Not a ton of yards there, but he does get about 3. Second down, 8 yards to go, and look who's back at quarterback. Not Baker, but Isaiah. Now this time he's going to hand it off here to Duke Johnson. He has a lot of room here. He's getting to the edge. Duke Johnson. I would have loved to see him move, a juke back inside, anything really, but he still got it first. And look, I'm not trying to throw any shade or anything, but you know who would have made a juke move there? Got a little bit more yards. Isaiah. Not a big deal though. Isaiah's across the middle, but instead he goes out to the edge, and what a dot to Josh Gordon by Baker, but he drops it at the last second. And even though Gordon dropped it, it's a beautiful throw there by Baker. So second down, 10 yards to go. Isaiah's wide open. This ball goes out on the edge, and Josh Gordon says, look, throw it to me once, I might mess up, but throw it to me a second time. I'm gonna get you a touchdown, Baker. And Isaiah and Josh Gordon celebrate into the end zone. What a dot, what a catch, and what a run for the Cleveland Browns. With a minute left here in the first half, we have a 3-point lead thanks to that touchdown on the last drive. Now, what can we do here with a minute left and 2 of our timeouts remaining? Well, let's find out. So Isaiah finally remembers how to catch. Good spin move, drops the dude easily. Goes for the juke move. That's not going to work as well, but most importantly, he gets out of bounds and we save our timeouts. Another first down here, 50 seconds left. Isaiah's wide open across the middle. He's going to catch that one. Isaiah's got room to go, and he says, look, we're going to use a timeout here because I'm a little gassed at the moment. Plenty of time on the clock. We do not have to rush anything here. So another first down. And Baker decides, you know what, let's just make it a little bit more difficult on ourselves. 2nd and 10. The last play didn't even come close to working, so we're going to try something a little bit, you know, familiar for ourselves. So the ball's thrown here, and a dot to Jarvis Landry, who's down inside the 15. 25 seconds left. Baker's looking pretty solid right now. 20 seconds left. Isaiah splits out. He's looking for one, but it's picked off. Williams is going to catch that one. Williams is going to take this one possibly all the way back to the house. We just need Baker to get his 40-yard dash up a little bit. But unfortunately, it's going to be a pick 6 to the house. And Cincinnati, just like that, just threw the L up on the board. So halftime is here. And look, we were going really, really good on that last drive. And then a pick 6 just turned things in the favor of Cincinnati. So in the second half, we have got to put the team on our back and lead our team to victory. Thus being down 3, I think you can honestly say that we definitely played with our food. We got a little fancy here and there, and it ultimately did not pay off for us. So here in the second half, we have to be about our business and just run through people. And Isaiah says, I'm starting off strong. He's got a couple guys chasing him. He's down to the 10. Can Isaiah get in? He is on the first play in the second half. After Baker threw a pick, Isaiah says, oh, watch me now. I got a touchdown to give our team the lead. Unreal run on that 75-yard house touchdown. Now, even after Isaiah had a miracle run there, Cincinnati comes back. It's a touchdown on their own, and just like that, we're down 3 again. So Baker says, look, that last play we called, let's go ahead and call it again and watch Isaiah pick up more positive yards. But honestly, we can't just rely on Isaiah. You guys know the deal. The passing game has to be looking good, especially going into the playoffs. And Baker, oh boy, throws another pick. And Cincinnati's in prime real estate to score again. And the good news here is that, well, Cincinnati only gets a field goal instead of a touchdown. And wait a second, Isaiah again, back at QB. Johnson's going to be in motion. Isaiah throws a little bit of a ball to Baker Mayfield. And oh, Baker. Okay, Baker. Better than the first time. That's about 6 yards on that one. I do think it's now time to point out the fact that Isaiah King Jr. is 2 for 2 on passes today. It's not bad if you ask me. Baker looking to get a pass off, and oh my God, the blitz off the edge was too much to handle. So here we are again, 3rd down, and basically long 10 yards to go. It's like we didn't really get any positive yards earlier. Isaiah staying home to sign for pass protection. Baker goes across the middle to Chaney, but it's short of the yards that we actually needed, and we're punting on 4th down. And the good news is Cincinnati does basically nothing on offense, and they're forced to punt it again. Now, it's a deep one. It's hanging pretty high. It's out here to about the 39 or so. Isaiah's going to field it. Isaiah's got some room here. Isaiah's chucking up the line, and he's down to about the 42. We've seen the Wildcat a couple of times from Isaiah, but he actually hasn't run out of it. I think this might be the time to go ahead and try it, though. Duke again. Back out here running. Isaiah looking to get some blocks, and Duke said, I'm not going to run. Nobody's going to run. 25 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati's feeling themselves something vicious right now. They have been shutting us down, and look, Isaiah says, finally, let me run a play I know how to run. Let's get into the end zone again. This is where we want to be. Start of the fourth quarter, ball in our hands, and we can try to do something nice here. Now, Duke Johnson made something of a really bad pass, but he only gets 1 yard. I'm honestly not quite sure where Baker was trying to throw that when he had Duke basically in the slot. Could have led him a little bit, probably got a first down, but instead, it's a bad pass. That is a great catch, and here we are. Now, oh my God, the move by Isaiah gets us within 1 yard of a first. That last catch was his 4th of the game, 66 yards in the afternoon for Isaiah. But look, this is a big play here. 3rd down. We don't need a field goal. We need a touchdown. Can our offensive line hold it long enough? And they do. Isaiah bursts through the line of scrimmage. He's down to the 14. And we're just a couple of yards away now from getting that lead. A gain of 7 was huge. It's 5 broken tackles in the afternoon for Isaiah. So here from the 14, they give it right back to him. He's got a guy in front. Isaiah says, look, get out of my way. He tries to go for the stiff arm, can't switch it quickly enough, and he's down at the 5 now. And the Browns are coming back out in what looks like the same formation. So they're going to try to run the same exact play on Cincinnati. It's going to kind of work a little bit to get the first down, but they're still not in the end zone. Inside the 5, 5.5 minutes left. Baker's going to have the ball in his hands this time. Baker's going to roll around. Baker's got a guy wide open, and Quisenberry is in the end zone. Everyone thought it was going to Isaiah. The young fella said, look, call the tight end's number, let him put in some work, and just like that, we're an extra point away from having the lead. Now, Cincinnati goes for 3 consecutive passing plays, and not a single one of them works, so we have the ball back with a 1-point lead and a little under 5 minutes left. And Isaiah says, look, I'm just going to burst out through here real quick. Get out of my way. Doesn't matter what you try to do, you need multiple people to tackle this guy. And because they had the lead, Cleveland's now going to chew the clock a little bit. Again, going back to the run as much as they can and making sure that Cincinnati has to use their timeouts quickly. But the other thing to watch out for is they can't really just run the ball nonstop because they only have a 1-point lead. Their defense, which has not been reliable today, will have to come up big for them. And okay, so far this offense is struggling on this drive. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. So it's 3rd down and 9. This is on Baker Mayfield's shoulders right now to get something big and to keep this drive alive so we can keep burning that clock. Now Baker is going to turn. The left side blitz is coming, and Denard gets his first sack of the game. So unfortunately, our defense can't hold up, and we're going to walk out of here with an L to finish the season in really ugly fashion. Catching up on the stats for the game, Andy Dalton had a pretty solid game, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and about 200 yards. Baker Mayfield had some really good moments and then was on the struggle bus for a good portion of it too. 12 of 18, 150 yards in the day, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks, and then Isaiah King Jr., 2 for 2, 10 yards. I'm just going to leave that there and let you think about that one. On the ground, though, was where Isaiah absolutely shined. 18 attempts for 200 yards. I mean, a lot of that was capped off by a 75-yard touchdown, but we'll take that for what it's worth. 2 touchdowns in the day. Joe Mixon, solid, not great, and everyone else was pretty much struggling. In the air, AJ Green led everyone with 7 catches for 83 yards, and not 1, not 2, 3 touchdowns. When that dude is healthy, he is a top 5 wide receiver at worst. Isaiah on the afternoon had 5 for 72. Aaron Dean had a couple as well, but as you can tell, no one else on Cleveland did much in the passing game. It was a monster game by Isaiah for all intents and purposes, but the fact that the Browns lost the game against the Bengals is unfortunate. Look, 200 yards on the ground is great, but does it really matter if you end up losing the game? Answer that question, it doesn't, but the playoffs are right around the corner, and we need Baker to show up big, because we know Isaiah, he's here for the big games. So the question is, are the rest of the Browns ready? Because if they are, this Browns team is trying to make a run this year in the playoffs.